I'm Beth. Let's style a kick-ass Denki wig on a budget. For our big project this year, My Hero Academia Zoom, we have 12 different superheroes, which meant sourcing quite a few wigs. And while sites like Arda, Coscraft and Lush Wigs are usually my go-to, that would have skyrocketed the budget that we were already spending on travel and matching uniforms, and you get the idea. Basically, I had to outfit a whole bunch of anime boys with wacky hair, and I didn't have a lot of money to do it with. To Amazon. The cheapest Denki wig I could find was $14.99. From the picture, I could tell that the wig had lovely flicks at the back, which meant I didn't have to spend any time painstakingly spiking the back, and the colour was pretty spot on. I clicked order now, and then waited for the lightning boy to arrive. And here it is! I picked express delivery. Out of the bag, it's actually alright. The wig cap is a bit flimsier and thinner than a fancier wig, but it has clasps on the back and decent tracks. The fibre quality isn't nearly as glossy or nice as a more expensive wig, but because we're doing such intense styling on it, it should be alright. Let's try it on! Oh no! The picture had spikes in the back, which don't feature in the real deal. And of course, the front portion of the wig is going to need quite a lot of work to resemble Denki's iconic shape. Luckily, the parting on the wig was already pretty good, so all I had to do was heat set it just to make sure that all the hair was going in the same direction that I wanted it to. Then I crimped the whole front of the wig within an inch of its life. I use this snazzy pink crimper that I got on eBay for like £15. I take a section of hair, I whack my crimper up to the highest setting and press it through methodically. Then you brush it through with like a texturing comb. What we're doing here is increasing the texture of the wig. Think of a wig less like hair and more like loads of individual strands of plastic sheeting. When you heat treat plastic with something like a crimper, it will turn it from a straight strand into a zigzag one. And if you put loads of zigzag strands together, the wig goes from being this big to this big. I personally like the texture of crimped wigs, but I do like it to be neat at the top. So I keep aside this top section of smooth hair to put over the crimped sections later. Next step is to get those Final Fantasy gravity-defying bangs. I use a process called backcombing to make the hair stand on end. Backcombing is like your bread and butter of creating shapes with wigs. If you've ever tried to spray a section of wig straight up and it hasn't worked, it's likely because there wasn't enough texture to hold it in place. Backcombing knits all the hair together into a big solid tangle. And then I just sort of arrange it. If you have any rogue pieces that don't want to stay together, you can very gently backcomb on top of them to knit them together in place. Then I moved on to the back. Except for this project, since I'd only be seen from the front, I just focused on the spikes at the top. Because I'd crimped them and I wasn't aiming for them to defy gravity by going straight up, all it took was a gentle bit of backcombing and a little bit of hairspray to cement the spikes. When you're spiking a wig, it's useful to use a little bit of gel at the ends to hold the end in place. If you're likely to restyle the wig in future, use Got2b freeze gel. That'll last you a day or two and it's generally pretty easily brushed out. If you want a more permanent style like I do, use tacky glue. Both of these dry clear, but it might make the wig a little bit darker and a little bit heavier if you use too much, so use it sparingly. And finally, his lightning bolt. I cut this out on a piece of fabric and I glued it on top using super glue. So here it is, all done. I am so happy with how this turned out considering it was a budget wig. It just goes to show that even on a budget you can make a pretty great Denki wig. I feel so ready to menace class 1A and use my lightning powers and get rejected by Uraraka. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified when we upload new videos. Would you like to see more wig styling videos? And if so, which character do you want to see me tackle next? Let me know in the comments.